There's an excellent website out there called Kahoot. Now, Kahoot will allow you to have your students play a fun review game in order to get prepared for a quiz, a test, a big assessment coming up, or whatever the case is. Now, Kahoot is free, very easy to set up, and the kids absolutely love it. Here's what it looks like. When you go to getakahoot.com, very easy to get a free account. When you have an account, you can just sign in. Here's what it looks like on their website. And their website does a wonderful job of showing you step by step how it works, why it's used, the research supporting it. You can just scroll down. It is a response system. You can find out that it works on iPads, tablets, smartphones, laptops. It works on desktop computers. Works on any type of device with a connection to the internet. So it shows you, you can ask thought-provoking questions. Students take control of their own learning. It's easy to use, inclusive, and highly engaging. I really highly recommend using Kahoot for a number of reasons, and I'll show you what it looks like when the students start to play it as well. Very easy. You have a projector, you have a screen, you have students, you can play Kahoot. Here's how you set it up. So once I'm signed in, I can create a new Kahoot. So I want to go to New, and K of course just stands for New Kahoot, and Kahoot refers to the game that you're creating. I want the three choices. I can do a quiz, I can do a discussion, or I can do a survey. For this demonstration, I want to set up a quiz. So I'm going to create a quiz. I want to give it a unique name that I will remember what it's for, what the purpose is. So I'm going to call it Technology, Vocabulary. I'm just going to call it March. That way, the next time I want to play this, I know exactly which one it is. And I just click Go. Now, Kahoot has a bunch of neat features that you can use to customize or to make your game very specific to your students or your audience. So first question, I'm just going to say, what is format? Or I'm going to say, what is an icon? I can put an image there. Now the images are used to allow the students to see the image, read the question, and make that association. When the brain is primed, they're going to think about it when it comes time to take the test or the quiz. They're more likely to know that information. So if I want to choose a file, if I've already saved the image, I can choose the file here. I can upload the image and it pops in right here. So the students will see the question. They'll have 5 seconds before the answers are displayed, and then on their own computer screen, they're going to select what they think the correct answer is. So I'm just going to put down here a thing you click on. Not a very good definition, but I want to just get it started. I'm going to say this is a recycle object. And it gives you 60 characters to type for your answers. And I'm just going to say nothing, and if I only want 3 questions, I can delete one. I can just put it this way. I want to select the correct answer for them. So I'm just going to put this as being correct, and then these two are considered incorrect. You've got to make sure that you set this up correctly, otherwise the students are getting answers correct that they really didn't, or vice versa. Now if I want to add another question, I can add another question. I can duplicate it if it's very similar question style, or if I want to keep these answer choices as the same, or I can just save and continue. I'm going to click Save and Continue just to show you what it looks like. Oh, one more feature here. Time limit, 30 seconds. If I want the students to think longer, more thought-provoking, I can extend that time. If I want it to be something real quick, I only have 5 minutes, want to play a quick game, maybe I want to do it 20 seconds or 10 seconds between the questions. So what happens is the question is posed on your screen. The students have 5 seconds to read the question, and then there goes the 10-second timer or 20-second timer, whatever timer you have set up. If you don't want it to be competitive, you can say no points question. If you just want them to review, have fun with it, use technology, no points are awarded for the questions. I like to have mine with points. There's a leaderboard that's attached to this, and the students will see on their own screen, hey, you're in 12th place, you're only 50 points behind this friend. And it's a real nice motivation tool for my students. It's not for everybody, but I do like the points for my students. I'm going to click Save and Continue. Now what I can do here is I can save it. I can put it, this one obviously is a very beginner. If someone's searching for a game, if I call it math and it's about fractions, I might want to make this private, or I might want to make this public. Anyone out there that's on Kahoot can find this one. This one, no one's going to find it. I don't really need them to find it. So I'm just going to do that. And then I want to, if I want to edit, I can edit. I can change the title if I need to. I don't need to. I'm going to click Save and Continue. Now, optional, give your quiz a cover image. This is nice for students that want to see something kind of catchy, or it's like the theme of the unit or the theme for this quiz. There's also a way, it's experimental, but it works, and it works really well. You can put a YouTube video as your background. So if you have some motivational or kind of the pump me up music that the students can play while they're waiting for the game to start, this is awesome. The kids really get hooked into it. I can go to YouTube, I can find my YouTube clip, and then it shows you it's just going to have the last part of that URL. You paste that there and it pops right in here. Really neat feature. Just like during the quiz, if I want to find an image, I can choose my file right here, or I can just be done. It's going to take me right through the steps. Great. If I'm done, I can play it, I can preview it, or whatever. Down here, this is very crucial when you create a Kahoot. Let others play your Kahoot by posting it to your community page. Now that's part of it, that if you're having other teachers that are going to use the same one, you can do it that way. Or I can share this URL here. This is what I typically do. I will share this with my colleagues who then can play the same game. You don't have to make all these different games. You can use what your colleagues have used. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you play it. I'm going to click Play Now. Now if I had music on, if I had music, it would be displayed right here. Display game pin throughout. This is for, the game pin is how the students get access to your Kahoot. If you have someone show up late, you might want to make that available for them so they can jump in and get some review time going. Show, minimize lobby instructions. You don't really need the lobby instructions. They know what to do. Randomize order of questions. Very beneficial because sometimes the students get used to the same questions in the same order. They kind of tend to memorize the answers, and you don't want that to happen. Play music in the lobby while they wait. Very nice feature to have if you want to get your students pumped up and excited. Some of these advanced options. Automatically move through questions. I don't like that feature. I want to stop the students. If I get a quick poll result of my students and I see a lot of students are missing it, I'm going to stop right there. I don't want it just to automatically go through. Require players to rejoin after each Kahoot. I don't quite understand why you'd want to do that, because you want your students to have a good flow throughout this game. Display your venue's Wi-Fi details to players. This would be if you're presenting at a conference or a large event in which they need access to your Wi-Fi. If you're in a school setting, they won't need that access. So when I launch this, it's going to play my music. If I have my YouTube clip here, or if I have my image selected, it's going to play it right now. Here's what the students do. So your students go to kahoot.it. Then they're going to, the very first screen, it's going to say enter game pin. So the students are going to type in this information right here, just like this screen. Then it will say, the next screen will say enter your nickname. Very easy, just have them type in their name. Down here at the bottom, it'll start to show your students who have entered the game. Once they've entered, you hit start now. The question pops up, the students have a chance to answer it, and then it has a nice leaderboard, and it also gives you a graph that will show you how many students chose which answer. Very useful for getting the students corrected right at that moment. Alright, so I'm going to back out here and just show you what it looks like if you're done with this game, and I want to go to My Kahoots. Now you can see I've created several different Kahoots. When I want to share this with somebody, I just simply click where it says Technology Vocabulary March, and right here I can share it these ways, or I can copy and share this link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, copy link address, then I can mail it, put it in a document, put it on my website, or whatever I want to do to get other people to be able to play my same game as far as a teacher. Once you do that, then they all have access to the same game. Another great feature about this I forgot to say is when they're done taking the quiz, you hit End Quiz, and then it's going to allow you to download the results as an Excel file, or you can directly go over to Google Drive. This is nice because it shows you every single student, what they chose, correct or incorrect, and it also shows you the time they spent on it. So then you can see, wow, they missed a lot of questions, but they only took a couple seconds to do it. So, with that being said, please give Kahoot a try. It's an excellent website. Hope you enjoy it.